everyone, it's Brittany here, and I wanted to redo my video for the binding, just so that it was easier to see and so that I'm not all over the place. I really want this to help you guys, so I wanted to do it right. So quickly I just cut some things out, and I'm basically going to do this with you guys. We're going to pretend like I have embellishments when I don't. So what we're going to do first, where are they? I'm not sure. Oh, they're there. These sticky notes are going to be my embellishments for right now. Even though, you know, they're not, but this is just going to, like, give us the thickness so that we can figure this out. So we're going to take our pages and make them thick. You guys will be embellishing. And again, if you didn't see my video, the first one, what I'm doing here is I've taken these pages that I made using Cassie Keith's tutorial on how to make mini albums. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys how I binded it, because I was ready to bind, and yeah, so I needed to figure it out. So here's my pages, and we're going to call these our embellishments. You guys are going to do your pages. They're going to, if you follow her tutorial, they're going to be like this. And if you guys are looking and you haven't seen it yet, go on over, because it's a great tutorial, and these pages are really great. They're strong and sturdy. So our pages look like this. And then we're going to decorate them. You guys are going to put all your fun embellishments and all that stuff on here. And for my pages, these ones are smaller than the other one I just did. These are just over 6 inches. So what I did, and what you guys are going to do, is measure vertically. And that's going to be the closed side of these. We want the openings going horizontally. So vertically, I want to insert into here. It needs to be just under 6 inches. So we're going to say this is 6 inches up and down. And we're going to cut our binding. Now these are like strips of binding. Just under whatever height your pages are. So then we're going to stack them up like this. And so here you can see this one's about 1/4 of an inch from these first two. So we're going to take this paper away, and we're only going to work with these two right now. And you can see there's about 1/4 of an inch of sticky notes in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of paper, and your paper will match this paper, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to have it be white so that it's easier to see. So we're going to measure this, and this is 1/4 of an inch. So we're going to add 2 inches to that. So we're going to cut a piece of paper that is a little smaller vertically. So in my case, it's like 5 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to cut that vertically, and then sideways, I'm going to cut it at 2 1/4 inches. And then what we're going to do is, now I'm going to take this one, and I'm only going to work on the very bottom piece first. And, okay, my openings are this way. So, and it'll be easier for you guys to tell when you have all your real embellishments on here. So we're going to take our opening, and I've already cut my pieces. You can see the different lengths here. This one's 1/4 inch, this is 1/2 inch. So we're going to take our piece, and this one's cut at 2 1/4, and there you go, you can see the lines there. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this first one, and we're going to put tape. Now, when you do this, you're going to want to tape all the way up to the first score line here. You're not going to want to tape over that, but you're going to want to tape all along this whole side here. And then we're going to take this piece, and we're going to insert it, just like this, into here, all the way into that first score line. And it'll be a little sticky, so, you know, you want to be careful, and you guys will have more tape on here. So then it's attached, and we have this funny little flap here. But we have our 1/4 of an inch thick, because this is what's going to keep us from having a binder or a mini album that just sits wide open. You know, some of them, like I've seen, sit open like this. And I really want mine to be flat. So there's the first step. Now we're going to take this and we're going to glue up to that line. And we're going to take our next sheet. Oops. And we're just going to insert this into here. Just like that. And we're going to, again, go to the score line that's closest to it. Okay, just like that. And then we're going to press down. So when we close it, we have a little binding. And we didn't do it on either of the other sides because we need these open to keep adding pages. So that's that so far. Oops, and of course I did this backwards. So that's that. Now this one is our ½ inch. So when we put our next page on here, there's a ½ inch in between these two. So what we're going to do, now that we're going to be done with this opening here, because we won't be adding another page. We've already added one that way. Now we're going to add one this way. So what we're going to do is you're going to take, it has to be a tape that you can peel the backing off because you can't tape both sides with like your ATG gun. It won't work. So you need at least one side to be a peel tape. You're going to tape both sides of this. So my suggestion is to put peel tape on this side, ATG on this side, peel your tape off, and then both sides are sticky. So when we do that, we're going to go into here, just like we just had, and line it up, you know, just like that. So this is going to have that little flap, and here, I'll just put some tape on here. I'm not going to do both sides just because I'm not worried about this one not falling apart. But, we're going to just go into this first score line, because you don't want to go over it, because that's what's giving us our thickness. So that it, you know, sits flat. So we have our little flap again, and now we're just going to take our last page. You'll repeat this as many times as you need to, and we're only going to tape the inside. And we're going to put it in our flap. All the way into that score line, and then press down. And make sure it's nice and thick. See, and now we have this little binding, and our pages are flat even though we have a lot of embellishments in here. So that's that part. Now for the cover, this blue right here is going to be our cover for this. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our next piece, and again, you're just going to measure the thickness. You're going to put this in. Again, this one would be taped on both sides because once you have a page to each side, you're not going to need in there anymore. And you want to make sure that this is secure because this is what's going to hold your whole book together. So it needs to be pretty strong. So we're just going to put this in here, same as the other pages. So now we have this flap, and we're to our front. Now this is the part to remember. We embellish all our pages first. We do not embellish our cover, either our front or our back first, because we're going to want to cover this up for extra stability. So what we're going to do, our cover isn't going to have these openings like these pages do. So we're going to tape on this side. And again, you would use a thicker tape for this, a stronger tape, because we want to hold a heavy cover on here. But for the sake of this, you know, it works. So then we're just going to tape that on there. And your cover probably will be a little bit bigger, so you will probably have a little bit, which it's okay. So now see, we have this, and we have a binding. And our pages open nicely. And you're going to do the same thing for your back cover. The only thing is that once you get this done, then you're going to take your next page, which I didn't cut one, but just say this is our page, and we're going to cover all the way up to that crease. And I accidentally did on mine. I went over the crease because I was trying to hold it, but you don't want to do that because it'll rip it. So you want to just go to that crease, keep that theme going, and this would be bigger, you know, but it's going to add extra stability. It's not going to pull off. And then what I did was I just took some duct tape and, let me grab it real quick. My duct tape was exactly just the right thickness for my mini album. I used 2 pieces, so just for like 1/4 of an inch on each side. But what I did after this, and this would, you could cut this down if you needed to, or again, you could like layer it over each other, because it doesn't matter if you layer it. You just want to make sure you cover this. And there might be a better way to do it, but this is what I have, and it works. So we would have, you know, another page here. So if this was my mini album, I would cut this down. Here, we'll just do it real quick. That's pretty. Okay. Okay. So now we have about the right thickness of duct tape. And we're just going to take it and we're going to put it along our spine. And this is just going to keep extra stability because, you know, this paper is going to get a lot of wear and tear. So that's what I did. And then after that, I took ribbon before I embellished the front and the back. See, and this opens so nicely. I mean, it's just, it really does. It works really good. I don't know if this is the way Cassie does it or not, but it worked good for me. So then I just took ribbon and I put some here and I put some across the back. I taped it down and then I left extra because you don't want to pull it too tight because then your pages won't open. And then you're going to glue your pages on. First I did a piece over the spine and then I glued my pages on. That way everything is kind of holding everything down. It's not going to fall apart. So this is my book, and I hope that this was a better tutorial, and hopefully this helps you guys put your binding together. And if you have any other questions, just let me know, and I'll try to help you as best I can. Thanks for watching.